World War II left Japan in ruins. The devastation was unprecedented, with entire cities reduced to rubble and ashes. The once bustling streets of Tokyo, Hiroshima, and Nagasaki were now silent, filled with the remnants of buildings and the echoes of a tragic past. Cities were destroyed, factories were gone. The industrial heart of Japan, which had powered its economy, lay in tatters. The infrastructure that supported daily life was obliterated, leaving the nation in a state of paralysis. Many people died, and many more were hurt. The human cost was staggering, with countless families torn apart by the loss of loved ones. Survivors faced not only physical injuries but also deep emotional scars that would take generations to heal. The economy was a mess. With the destruction of factories and infrastructure, unemployment soared, and food shortages became a daily struggle. People lined up for hours just to get basic necessities, and the black market thrived as desperation grew. Japan had to rebuild everything, from homes to schools, from roads to bridges. The task ahead was monumental. The spirit of resilience and determination became the driving force behind the nation's recovery efforts. Times were tough, and people didn't know what the future held. Makeshift homes sprang up amidst the ruins, and communities banded together to support one another. Despite the uncertainty, there was a glimmer of hope that things could get better. Japan was also controlled by other countries. The Allied occupation, led by General MacArthur, brought significant changes. New policies were implemented, and Japan's political landscape was reshaped. This period of occupation was both a challenge and an opportunity for the nation. Things were different, and old ways of life were shaken up. Traditional customs and practices were influenced by Western ideas, leading to a cultural transformation. The blending of old and new created a unique societal shift that would define modern Japan. People felt the pain of losing the war. Memorials and ceremonies became a way to honor those who had perished and to reflect on the past. The collective grief was a powerful reminder of the cost of conflict and the importance of peace. But even though things were bad, the Japanese people didn't give up. Community efforts and a strong work ethic played a crucial role in the rebuilding process. People came together, driven by a shared goal of restoring their homeland. They were known for their hard work, and they wanted to rebuild their country. Farmers returned to their fields, and factory workers resumed production, laying the foundation for economic recovery. The spirit of perseverance was evident in every corner of the nation. This, along with some help from other countries, led to an amazing comeback. International aid and support provided the necessary resources for reconstruction. The collaboration between Japan and the global community was instrumental in the nation's revival. Japan's journey from a broken country to a strong one is an inspiring story. The economic boom of the 1960s marked a new era of prosperity and innovation. Japan's transformation is a testament to the resilience and determination of its people, a story of rising from the ashes to build a brighter future. After the war, things were very hard for Japan. The country was left in ruins, with cities devastated by bombings and infrastructure in shambles. The immediate post-war period was marked by a sense of despair and uncertainty as the Japanese people faced the daunting task of rebuilding their nation from the ground up. The economy was a mess, prices were going up fast, and it was hard to find food and other things people needed. Food shortages were rampant, and many families struggled to get by on the limited rations available. The black market thrived as people sought to obtain basic necessities, and the overall economic situation seemed bleak. The government, with help from other countries, made some big changes to fix the economy. The Allied occupation forces, led by the United States, played a crucial role in providing aid and guidance. International assistance came in various forms, including financial aid, food supplies, and technical expertise. This support was vital in stabilizing the country and laying the groundwork for future reforms. One big change was giving farmland to the farmers who worked the land. This land reform policy aimed to break up large estates and redistribute land to tenant farmers, empowering them to become independent landowners. This not only improved agricultural productivity, but also helped to reduce rural poverty and social inequality. This helped farms grow more food and made things fairer for everyone. With more equitable land distribution, farmers were motivated to work harder and invest in their land, leading to increased crop yields and a more stable food supply. The success of these agricultural reforms was a critical step in Japan's recovery. The government also created new money in banks, which helped stop prices from going up so fast. Financial reforms included the introduction of a new currency, the yen, which replaced the old inflation-ridden currency. These measures helped to stabilize the economy, curb hyperinflation, and restore public confidence in the financial system. These changes were hard at first, but they made the economy stronger and fairer. The reconstruction of infrastructure such as roads, bridges, and factories was a massive undertaking that required significant investment and labor. However, these efforts paid off as they provided the foundation for industrial growth and economic development. Everyone worked together, and this was important for the future. The spirit of cooperation and collective effort was evident in communities across Japan. People from all walks of life, including workers, students, and families, contributed to the rebuilding process. This sense of unity and shared purpose was crucial in overcoming the challenges of the post-war period. Japan was ready to start growing again, and this growth became known as the Japanese economic miracle. The rapid industrialization and technological advancements of the 1960s and beyond transformed Japan into one of the world's leading economies. The country's success was driven by a combination of government policies, private sector innovation, and a highly skilled workforce. This miracle started when Japan was at its worst, and its people worked hard to rebuild. The resilience and determination of the Japanese people were key factors in their nation's remarkable recovery. From the ashes of war, Japan emerged as a symbol of hope and progress, demonstrating the power of perseverance and collective effort in overcoming adversity. The United States, along with other countries, controlled Japan after the war. This played a big part in Japan's comeback. General Douglas MacArthur was in charge, and he helped Japan get rid of its army and become a democracy. They made changes to break up the big companies that controlled everything before the war. This helped smaller companies grow. They also helped Japan create a new constitution that said no more war. This, along with the changes to the economy, made it easier for businesses to grow. The United States also gave Japan money to help rebuild. A big part of Japan's success was its factories. After World War II, Japan faced the enormous task of rebuilding its economy. The country was in ruins, and its industrial base was severely damaged. However, the resilience and determination of the Japanese people played a crucial role in the nation's recovery. Factories that were once destroyed were meticulously reconstructed, and new ones were built with cutting-edge technology. This laid the foundation for Japan's industrial revival. The broken factories were rebuilt with new technology. This modernization was not just about replacing old machines with new ones. It was about adopting innovative manufacturing processes that would set Japan apart from its competitors. The introduction of automation and precision engineering allowed Japanese factories to produce high-quality goods efficiently. This technological leap was instrumental in transforming Japan into an industrial powerhouse. The government and businesses worked together to help important industries grow. One example is electronics. The collaboration between the public and private sectors was a key factor in Japan's economic miracle. Government policies provided the necessary support for businesses to thrive, including financial aid, tax incentives, and infrastructure development. This partnership fostered an environment of innovation and growth, particularly in the electronics industry, which became a cornerstone of Japan's economy. Companies like Sony, Panasonic, and Toshiba became famous for making good quality products. These companies were pioneers in the field of consumer electronics, introducing groundbreaking products that revolutionized the market. From the iconic Sony Walkman to Panasonic's advanced home appliances, Japanese electronics became synonymous with reliability and innovation. The global success of these brands not only boosted Japan's economy, but also established its reputation as a leader in technology. The government helped these companies with money for research and lower taxes. Investment in research and development was a priority, as it ensured that Japanese companies stayed ahead of the curve in technological advancements. The government's support extended beyond financial aid. It also included creating policies that encouraged innovation and protected intellectual property. This comprehensive approach enabled Japanese companies to continuously improve their products and maintain a competitive edge in the global market. Japan also started making cars, and this industry quickly became another pillar of the economy. The automotive sector benefited from the same principles of quality and innovation that drove the electronics industry. Japanese car manufacturers focused on producing reliable, fuel-efficient vehicles that appealed to consumers worldwide. This focus on quality and efficiency helped Japanese cars gain a significant market share in the global automotive industry. And companies like Toyota and Nissan became very successful. These companies exemplified the Japanese approach to manufacturing, which emphasized continuous improvement and customer satisfaction. Toyota's introduction of the Toyota production system, also known as lean manufacturing, revolutionized the industry by minimizing waste and maximizing efficiency. Nissan, too, made significant strides with its innovative designs and commitment to quality. Together, these companies helped establish Japan as a major player in the global automotive market. Japan had skilled workers and a culture of always trying to improve. This culture, known as kaizen, or continuous improvement, was deeply ingrained in the Japanese workforce. It encouraged employees at all levels to constantly seek ways to enhance productivity and quality. The dedication and skill of Japanese workers were crucial in maintaining the high standards that the country's industries were known for. This relentless pursuit of excellence became a defining characteristic of Japanese manufacturing. Japanese companies used new ways of making things such as just-in-time production and total quality management. These innovative manufacturing techniques allowed companies to reduce costs, improve efficiency, and ensure the highest quality standards. Just-in-time production minimized inventory costs by delivering materials only when needed, while total quality management focused on continuous improvement and customer satisfaction. These methods became benchmarks for manufacturing excellence worldwide, which helped them make good products at good prices. The combination of advanced technology, innovative processes, and a dedicated workforce enabled Japanese companies to produce high-quality goods at competitive prices. This competitive advantage allowed Japan to dominate various industries, from electronics to automobiles, and solidified its position as a global economic leader. The legacy of Japan's industrial revival and innovation continues to influence manufacturing practices around the world. Trade as a pillar of growth. In the 1990s, Japan's economy slowed down. A problem with the prices of land and buildings caused what some people call the lost decade. Companies and banks had problems and the economy stopped growing quickly. But during this time, Japan started to change from making heavy things like steel to making high-tech products and providing services. Even with these problems, Japan's strengths were still there. Its workers were still skilled and hardworking. Japan was still a leader in technology. But there were new problems. Japan's population was getting older, and not many babies were being born. This meant Japan had to change its plans for the economy. Japan's journey has taught it how to be strong and adapt to change. It has shown how to change an economy while keeping its culture strong. Other countries look to Japan for ideas on technology and how to grow without hurting the environment. Japan's future is uncertain, but it has a history of innovation and adapting to change. It has big challenges like its aging population and the need to grow in a way that doesn't hurt the environment. But Japan is in a good position to face these challenges. There are many new opportunities for Japan in the future.